You're listening to the VA Claims Authority. I'm Gary, Air Force veteran, VA disability claims strategist, and the guy who got denied, fought back, and won. I'm here to make sure the VA doesn't leave you behind. Whether you're filing your first claim or fighting your fifth appeal, this is your briefing. Let's get into it. Hook. A denial is not the final word. Not by a long shot. If you can produce evidence the VA never saw that could change the outcome, you can reopen the decision. Too many veterans stop here and lose benefits they earn. Don't be one of them. Promise. In the next 10 minutes, I'll define what new and material really means, tell you exactly when to use VA Form 20995 and how to label your submission, give you a prioritized evidence checklist, offer copyable sample wording for cover letters and nexus lines, and end with one concrete action you can do today to get your claim back in play. Section 1. Understand new and material and where to file. Plain English first. New means evidence the VA didn't already have when they made the decision. Material means that evidence relates to the issue decided and could reasonably change the outcome. It's not a high bar. It just has to raise a reasonable possibility that the decision was wrong. For example, a dated private treatment note that records a diagnosis and links it to service, a contemporaneous buddy statement describing an in-service event with dates, or a finalized nexus letter from a qualified medical professional. Those are the kinds of things that meet both tests. On the other hand, evidence the VA already had, or items that don't relate to the specific reasons for denial, won't qualify as new and material. Where to file? If your decision is under the Appeals Modernization Act track, the right form for a supplemental claim is VA Form 20995, Decision Review Request, Supplemental Claim. Use it when you have new and material evidence. For legacy decisions where the VA used older procedures, you still submit the new evidence and clearly label it as a request to reopen. The VA will treat it as a request to reopen if the evidence is truly new and material. Filing method. Upload the completed VA Form 20995 and your evidence at v.gov for the fastest processing, or mail it with the return receipt. Very important, label the top of your submission, Supplemental Claim, New and Material Evidence. That label helps the VA intake specialist route your submission correctly. Also, before you send anything, check your claims file, your C file, via e-benefits, or request a copy. Confirm the evidence truly wasn't already in the file. Section 2. Evidence checklist and how to write the cover/nexus. Start with a prioritized list. The items that move the needle most are first. 1. Private provider records that include a diagnosis and dated treatment notes. 2. A finalized nexus letter from a qualified provider that explains how the condition connects to service or a service-connected condition. 3. Dated buddy statements with specific observations and dates. 4. Service records or newer service documentation that clarifies missing entries. 5. Employment or VA vocational records showing. When you collect these, include contact information and a provider letterhead or signature if possible. Unsigned, undated notes are weak. How to write the cover and the nexus. Keep the cover short and blunt. Example cover line. Supplemental claim. New and material evidence for veteran's name. VA file number. File number. Below that, a one-paragraph description. I am submitting the attached evidence which is new and material to my previously denied claim for condition. This evidence was not part of the record at the time of the decision and could change the outcome. For provider nexus language, use short, clear sentences. Sample provider sentence you can give to a doctor to adapt. I examined veteran on date based on my exam and review of records. It is at least as likely as not, 50% or greater probability, that condition is related to the veteran's military service because brief factual basis. For buddy statements, use first person, include dates, your relationship to the veteran, what you observed, and sign and date it. Example buddy line. I was with veteran on date when specific event. I saw symptoms/behavior. I last saw this condition get worse on date. Short, factual, dated, that's what wins. Section 3. Action step and common traps with quick fixes. Action step. Do this today. Pick one thing you can add that the VA almost certainly didn't have. Option A. Request one private medical record. Call your provider's records office, fill a HIPAA release, and ask for the exact dates of visits and treatment notes. Option B. Ask a friend or fellow service member to write a one-page buddy statement using the sample lines I just gave. Sign and date it. Then prepare a one-page cover letter labeled exactly. Supplemental claim, new and material evidence, include VA Form 20995 if you have it, and upload via va.gov or mail with proof of delivery. That single targeted submission can reopen a file. Common traps and quick fixes. Trap 1. Submitting evidence that's already in the file. Quick fix. Check your C file or e-benefits before you send. Trap 2. Vague nexus language like, this could be related. Quick fix. Ask the provider to state a clear opinion and the factual basis in 1 or 2 sentences. Trap 3. Missing dates or unsigned buddy statements. Quick fix. Add dates, location, and a signature. Even a typed and emailed statement with a clear date is better than nothing. Trap 4. Bad labeling. If you don't label the submission supplemental claim, new and material evidence, it can sit in the wrong queue. Fix that now. Label it, date it, and keep proof of delivery. CTA. If you want templates, a fill-in-the-blank cover letter, a provider nexus template, and a one-page buddy statement template, head to VAClaimsAuthority.com. You can download the exact language I give veterans at the kitchen table and adapt it. If you need help with an audit, a rebuttal, or a strategy session, the site is where to book a consultation. Outro. That's your briefing. Now go execute. If this episode helped you, share it with a veteran who needs to hear it. And if you need help with your claim, whether it's an audit, a rebuttal, or a full strategy session, head to VAClaimsAuthority.com. I've got the tools and the experience to help you win. I'll see you next episode. And remember, your service earned this. Don't let paperwork take it from you. The VA won't tell you this. I will